Okay, so like the title of the video says, I'm taking a break. And I want to get right into it, and you guys might be like, oh, maybe it caught you off guard a little bit. It kind of honestly caught me off guard too. But nonetheless, want to get right into it. You guys deserve to know. No, this isn't like a sad stop like video as to like why I gotta stop YouTube or take a break. No, it's just there's been some things going on for a while that I feel like I need to address, and you guys deserve to know 100% the reason as to why I'm not gonna keep pursuing it for right now and why I'm gonna take a break, especially those who are, from the old channel. You guys have been following me for like 4+ years, and so it's a long time to be following me, so you guys deserve to know. Even the people that are new to this channel, have never even heard of me before, definitely deserve to know as well. And so I just want you guys to be in the loop with everything. So I'm gonna get right on into it. And if I'm being honest with you guys, I've been feeling like I've needed to take a break for like the past couple of years. There was actually a night I kneeled down by my bedside and I was like praying to God. I was like, God, what should I do about YouTube? Like, should I keep doing it? Should I not? And like, it was like the first time I felt like I really ever heard God's voice, right? Like speaking through me. Normally, like God's communication to me is just through the world, just like natural occurrences. Like someone might say something and I'm like, dang, I was praying about that earlier. And like that kind of signals to me that God's trying to get something across to me. But like this was legit the first time I kind of heard God say like, stop, like just stop. It wasn't like a forever stop. It was just kind of like a stop. And for a while I like argued with myself like, oh, it's just, just my own thought. And, I must have thought that for a little while up until recently, which recently being this last Friday. I just was like, you know what, I'm done. And I think it was just because like with work, Kill Bill, YouTube, it just kind of became not necessarily overwhelming, but I had already been feeling burnt out with YouTube before I worked, but then with adding work on top of that, it kind of just like doubled down how burnt out I really was. So I want to talk about why I've been burnt out, which is ultimately the reason why I'm taking a break. So ever since probably like 2021, right? Like I've been on like this go streak of like growing my YouTube, growing my business, making this a living. And it's just led me down a path where I feel like I have been pursuing things for the sole purpose of getting results. And don't get me wrong, like results do help in terms of like, motivation, but it's not everything. And so that mindset of just like seeking results for the past like 4 years has led me to just really not enjoy the process. So yes, I've been doing this for like 4 years without really enjoying the process. Don't get me wrong, there's been like sparks here and there, but I just really have not been enjoying any of it for the past 4 years. And it's because I've been forcing myself to record a certain way, edit a certain way, record certain things, do only certain ideas, and really just limiting my creativity, honestly. Like my ideas like aren't that great. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I feel like my ideas aren't that creative and great. With Kill Bill they are, but that's because there's no boundaries on it. And I feel like I've put so many restrictions on what I can and can't do on YouTube that it really just led to me like being burnt out and like losing the fun in it. And with that, just seeking results kind of took me away, it took me away from the vision, which was the ultimate motivating factor in all of this. Because when I had first started YouTube, like I was watching Christian Guzman, Rob Lipset, Nick Bear, like some of the big upcoming YouTubers. They're not upcoming, they already had made it by that point, but they were like the big ones at that time. And so, their lifestyle was kind of like the vision that I had for myself. It was the thing that was like getting me up out of bed every day, recording at the gym, doing this, doing that. And obviously there was times in there where I wasn't motivated, but just that vision in itself got me to, get up and go after it. And I don't even have that vision anymore. And I don't know if that stuff just isn't motivating to me anymore. I'm not really too entirely sure what it is. In other words, I think I've just gotten older. The things that I want in life have probably changed. And I really think I need to reevaluate that instead of just chasing something for the sole purpose of, oh, this is gonna work out, because I'm gonna be honest with you guys, like, I don't even know what my vision is. Like, part of me is like, oh, well, like, it would be cool for Kill Bill to open up and then like open my own gym. But then another part of me is like, well, is that really like what we want? You know, because I think another part of me hasn't even really been enjoying working out like I used to, you know. I think like the style of working out that I do has changed pretty dramatically. The things that I'm into has changed dramatically. And so kind of trying to find, you know, parts of myself in a way, and like this new season of life, I feel like is kind of where I'm at. And I feel, again, as if pursuing YouTube and just continuing to throw things out the wall without a clear vision is just gonna do you guys more of a disservice, and even myself. And so ultimately, like, that's why I really need to take a break, because I feel like I'm just shooting in the air hoping like I hit something, right? And I feel like that's not good. I feel like having a direct aim with where you want to go is good. Now, I don't think it's bad to kind of like shotgun at the direction you're trying to go, and hopefully something kind of like lands within that path. But I'm like shooting just for a path, you know what I mean? And with that, there's no motivation at all. Like, I have zero motivation. I hate picking up the camera to record. Like, I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. Like, every time I pick up the camera, it feels like a damn chore. Every time I sit, like, I have to, you know, edit, it feels like a damn chore. And when you feel that way, right, the way that you record and the way that you do things, like, you guys could probably tell sometimes in videos that there's no passion behind this, there's no enjoyment, there's no fulfillment behind this. And that's something I want to get back to. I'd rather wake up every day, record what I'm going to record, and enjoy every single aspect of it. And again, there's going to be days where I don't, but more than less, right? Like, I don't want to be where I'm currently at right now, or continue to be where I'm at right now, where 98% of the time I hate picking up the camera, because that's exactly where I'm at. I can't stand picking up the camera. I truly can't. It is so obnoxious, and I think it's honestly made working out like not that enjoyable. I think a big part of why I haven't enjoyed working out is because I'm constantly thinking about, oh, I need to take this photo, or oh, I need to set up the camera for this, or I need to do this. And like, I don't want to continue to do that stuff. Like, sometimes I just want to work out and not give a shit. But when you're partially recording by yourself, or, you know, I'm recording with, you know, Ethan, who's been helping, it's just all the time. And like 6 years, you know, I think is like a fair amount of time to kind of put into something before you say, you know, like, maybe I need to reevaluate and go back to the drawing board. And so that's just where I'm at with everything. Again, I wanted to let you guys in on everything. It's crazy that I've even gone like this long, you know, like recording all this and doing YouTube. I feel bad because we just dropped something on Kill Bill. Maybe you guys think I'm like super hype about everything. Honestly, I wish I was. And I think one of the last things I want to leave you guys off with is, like, for like the past like 4 or 5 months, I've been just like honestly praying to God, like, I want to find something that like lights me up every day, that I cannot wait for Monday. I can't wait for this day. I can't wait for that. Like, just having a vision in life, or like something to aim after, is awesome. And I just haven't been feeling that. And so I think trying to tie myself down to something that's not making me feel that way is probably not a good idea. I don't know, maybe you know, this would be different. If everything had already taken off, maybe it'd be different. Just because I'd be in a different path, like the things I'd be doing daily would be different. But I've been doing the same thing now for 6 years. Nothing really about it's changed, other than like maybe a sponsorship, and yeah, that's about it. And a couple new people along the way, which is always awesome. But yeah, I mean, that's just where I'm at with things. I'm gonna take a break again, don't know how long. Don't know what I'm gonna record when I come back. Rory and I have kind of talked about it. He's just said, you know, like if you do ever, I think the best thing for you would be like, just record whatever you want. Like don't care what it is. It doesn't have to be specific niche. It could just be your life. And so it's not a bad idea. But I have to feel like picking up the camera first, and I have to have a vision and an idea of exactly where I'm gonna go. And so until then, we'll see you in the next one.